I'm not kidding when I say I feel like they're having this conversation because they're saying they're going to vote for Trump. I swear to God, the media is only conditioned into one speed, and that is how can we talk about Trump supporters and Trump voters? I like that analysts are debating whether Harris's rhetoric around Israel-Hamas war should change.
Got here on October 7, Hamas, a terrorist organization, slaughtered 1,200 Israelis.
Well, let's start with October 7.
Oh, God.
1,200 people were massacred.
A terrorist attack that killed 1,200 innocent people. And so absolutely, I said then, I say now, Israel has a right to defend itself.
I maintain Israel has a right to defend itself.
Israel has a right to defend itself because it is also true far too many innocent Palestinians have been killed.
Far too many innocent Palestinians have been killed.
A war that has led to unconscionable.
Bad example, Japanese fighters fought for a cause decades after surrender. You can't kill thought or an idea. Wait, what? Don't compare this to Japanese colonial acts, dude. What the are you talking about? That's insane. You just compared people that are victims of a genocide to people who conducted a genocide. Like a really horrifying genocide that doesn't get much coverage in the Western world, nor does it get any coverage at all, as a matter of fact. Genocide that the government, the modern government of Japan, still pretty much doesn't recognize it, that it even existed.
Suffering of many innocent Palestinians. What we know is that this war must end.
This war has to end.
This moment gives us an opportunity to finally end.
Yes, I know it's like effing. Just put it in low latency mode and let it ride, chat. You know it, okay? There's not much I can do about it. I don't know what to do.
End the war in Gaza.
She would say and said this week that is message discipline. But this, for her, is a very important political issue where there is a segment of the Democratic coalition that wants to see actually a change in the rhetoric. They want to see her move in a particular direction. Has she done enough?
I don't think so. And I've been talking to people in the business sector in the Arab American community, and I was really surprised this week to get an earful to hear them say that they would much rather either vote a third party, not vote at all, or vote for Donald Trump. And I'm telling you, it's
How is that surprising to you? How delusional is everyone? You are a foreign affairs analyst. Why is that surprising? Why? How can that be surprising? These people's family members are being slaughtered with their tax dollars. Like, of course they're going to say that. What are we doing, man? What a weird situation.
not obviously a significant sample size, but I cannot find one Arab American within my social circle in business or personally who have said that they will vote for Kamala Harris. When you look at the polling, it seems sort of neck and neck. What they are saying, and this is not a Donald Trump campaign line.
Please restart. Little bro is unwatchable. Dude, you're so stupid. I'm 6 hours into the stream. If you think I'm going to restart, you're delusional. I'm either going to just end the stream now or I'm going to continue and it's going to F. You have one option. Do you want me to continue coverage, hoping that it goes away, the minor Fs go away, or do you want me to end the broadcast now? Because I can end the broadcast now. Here's what you can do. End the broadcast on your end by clicking escape. You know, clicking the X on the corner of your screen, right?
That Tiffany Trump's father-in-law, who's a Lebanese businessman, has been successful in kind of converting and talking to people to explain why Trump would be better, even with the Muslim ban, even with everything else that has happened. They feel they do not have any political clout. They don't have any political operation. The only political power they have is their vote, even if it means the rise of Donald Trump.
That's extraordinary. That's extraordinary. I mean, and that part, I mean, we were hearing about the inroads that Tiffany Trump's husband was making in the spring when the uncommitted, uninstructed movement in a couple of states in Wisconsin and Michigan were such a big deal. I mean, 48,000 votes for uninstructed in Wisconsin. That's more than twice Joe Biden's margin in 2020. In Michigan, 101,000 uncommitted votes. That's just shy of what Joe Biden won that state by. I mean, this is important and it could be decisive.
And there's 200,000 Muslims in Georgia that no one talks about, too. And in the CARE poll, which came out several months ago, Kamala Harris was in 3rd place among Muslims in several of those states, behind both Donald Trump and Jill Stein. So there is.
You got crazy parent energy right now, bro. I think a lot of y'all are delayed as shit. And no, I'm not. I'm just being reasonable. Like, why would I restart the stream at this point? What are you talking about? Also, restarting the stream is not going to actually end up guaranteeing that the bandwidth is better. Just go on low latency mode and let it ride. And it's back now. Anyway, it's no longer dropping. I'm not kidding when I say I feel like they're having this conversation because they're saying they're going to vote for Trump. I swear to God, the media is only conditioned into one speed, and that is, how can we talk about Trump supporters and Trump voters? I swear to God, I feel like the only reason why they're talking about this is because, like, now Arab voters are like, oh, I'm going to vote for Trump, actually. That's it, bro. One speed. These guys, both in the Democratic Party and in the media, only care when you're like, I'm a Trump supporter. I'm a lifelong Trump supporter. I love Donald Trump. Here's how you can win my vote. If you package everything with that statement in mind, you're going to get tremendous results.
This position that she's in. But she also said, by the way, in clips, that they shouldn't go to Rafah. And she said that she would put something on the table against Bibi Netanyahu's government if they did go into Rafah. And now she's taking up.
Yeah, what did she put on the table? Nothing. This is what she put on the table.
Big credit that they killed the terrorists in Rafah. It is a little bit of a flip-flop moment for her in a very fast time, considering how frequently she flip-flops.
We're talking about also what Joe Biden's position was. He was the one who created that red line about Rafah, which Israel completely ignored. But one interesting thing, I mean, I noted Trump didn't address this today at all.
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
I don't think he needs to, honestly. I mean, I think.
I mean, don't you think it's a huge? I mean,
no,
this is a big moment.
It is a big moment, but if I'm looking at it through the political lens, I'm listening to everything you just stated, and if my daughter is sending her father-in-law out to these consequential places and they're talking to that particular community, I'm going to allow that to exist. I'm going to focus on other things. I recognize the liabilities for the vice president. They're the same liabilities for Joe Biden. They may even be potentially worse for the vice president, because I think the expectation was because she's younger and also of color, there would be some sort of shared understanding with the Arab American community, and there isn't. So that's a huge problem for her.
And I think it's the forgotten that you talk about. This is a community that isn't often followed very closely. They've typically in the past 2 decades voted Democratic. And to have these people say this, and keep in mind, when you look at this and people are viewing in the Arab world, 60% of the Arab world is under the age of 30. They are coming of age with this war. It doesn't matter whether they're Lebanese or from Saudi Arabia or Jordan. They feel very strongly that this needs to end. And when you talk to them about what direction we should go in with the White House, they don't believe that Kamala Harris is offering a change.
Well, and they also, there's a particular concentration in Michigan that affords its own power of swaying, not quite like Cubans in Florida, but that same point. And that's why it's been a little surprising to me that the Democrats have not approached this much differently, because if you want to try to win this without Michigan, go ahead and do it. I just would not make that my strategy. And it felt like they basically punted on that with their policy.
Well, it's a kind of, I mean, they're in a tough spot because there is U.S. policy, which is staunchly behind Israel. There is also a pretty sizable contingent of Jewish Democrats for whom this is also a huge issue. So she's trying to be right there in the middle, and that's not what Arab American voters and Muslim voters want to hear. They don't want a down-the-middle response to this.
Yeah, I think it's a tough position to be in, because I think that she's the current VP of a president that has a policy that she needs to be respecting and behind, and she's a current candidate, which rarely happens the way we're doing it like this. And so what, if I may ask you, what does the Arab community want to hear from her? They want to say she's going to do what that she could do without stepping on her boss's toes?
I think it is the loss of life over and over again, the fact that this many people can die and nothing be done about it.
That's so crazy. They're like talking about this. Do they not have any Arabs on this panel? What is going on? Why is there? I just realized, like, there's not a single Arab on the panel. God damn it, dude. Like, there's not, is there a Muslim on the panel? Is there a Palestinian on the panel? What a weird conversation, dude. Yeah, let's ask a bunch of random people on to just like speculate about why these weird Arabs are making such strange decisions.
About it.
Right.
And they feel that they don't have a voice and ability to advocate for what they believe should be an end to this. And simply calling for an end is not enough for this community.
Madam Vice President, thank you.
Yeah, I wonder why, dude. I wonder why. We didn't even get to do the... Oh, it's official, okay? Trump is literally doing more media shit. Trump is doing media shit at an alarming rate. So much that I don't have time to cover any of it. Like, I don't even have time for Patrick Bet-David. I just don't have time. It sucks, dude. It's crazy. I'm pushing it again. One more day. Show this quick Trump gem from this morning. What is this?
They really don't have to be honest because they will never be accused of anything. It's interesting. I was so amazed that Harvey Weinstein got schlonged. He got hit as hard as you can get hit because he was sort of the king of the woke, right? Yeah. And yet he got hit. And I figured that maybe he wouldn't get hit so hard. But boy, did he get, you don't know him well.
I've never heard him use that term. Why did he say that? That's weird. Schlonged? What the f-? Are you all right, man? What the f-'s going on?
Well, I don't know him well, but I watched that, and it was amazing. So when they do get hit, they get hit. But that's the only one I can think of. Normally, they protect everybody. What they did with Adams, I think, is very suspect.
I heard you bring that up last night.
Well, but Democrats don't have to be on.
My favorite is like Eric Adams is actually the king of anti-woke, and that's why they came after him. Dude, his position is identical to the overarching Democratic Party point of view. What, like on immigrants, he says immigrants constitute a criminal threat. Okay, so do the rest of the Democrats. He's like, oh, I want to do everything I can to stop the terrorism on college campuses that are in the pocket of Hamas. Okay, so does like virtually every other Democrat. Why do they act like Eric Adams being pro-Israel and anti-migrant is the reason why the Democratic Party came after him? We used it before in a tweet. When I said Hillary Clinton got schlonged by Obama, it meant got beaten badly. The media knows this. Often used word in politics. Thank you. I thought I was a Trump. I thought it was a preeminent like Trump stan. Turns out there's still parts of Donald Trump that I haven't learned. Dear Donald Trump, here's the best definition of schlonged we could find. By Matt Miller. Is this the Matt Miller? No, that's a common name. Wait. On Esquire? He wrote about it on Esquire originally. It's not, right? It's just a different Matt Miller in 2015. Oh, this is the guy. Okay. That would have been really funny. They were like, we loved your article about Trump's penis. So we want you to work for the State Department. Careful, your Chatterino showing pics now. I know. I made it. I made it so it shows me thumbos. Trump's next big podcast was with The Undertaker.
Election mania. Choice is yours. You can go with President Trump, Kane, and The Undertaker, or you can take Kamala Harris, Dave Bautista, and Tim Walz. Choose wisely.
Wait, why the fuck did Dave Bautista get shit on? Does The Undertaker not like Dave Bautista?
The nation depends on it.
And that should be an easy choice.
All right, everyone. November.
He's woke now? I've said it once. I've said it before. He knows his MAGA base well.
Early voting is underway, so get everyone you know and go out and vote. Go tomorrow. It's just starting. Go and vote. Make sure you vote and bring all our friends that want to vote for us. Tell them, Jill, Get your fat husband off the couch. Get that fat pig off the couch. Tell him to go and vote for Trump. He's going to save our country. Get that guy the hell off her. Get him up, Jill. Slap him around. Get him up. Get him.
That's amazing. Dave Bautista did a Jimmy Kimmel skit against Trump. Yeah, I don't care, man. I haven't seen it, and I really don't give a shit. Oh my God, everyone is linking it to me. I don't care. Ugh.
That Donald Trump has ever done has divided this country. America will only be great if you vote for me. And that's bullshit. It's not making America great. It's making Donald Trump great. Vote for me so I can pardon myself, do anything I want, and get away with it. Just a regular guy. But when I look up the definition of narcissist, this is who people...
God, there is like something so lame about these kinds of videos. I don't know. Like, when I look up the definition of narcissist on the dictionary, I see Donald Trump.
A lot of men seem to think that Donald Trump is some kind of tough guy. He's not. I mean, look at him. He wears more makeup than Dolly Parton. The guy's afraid of birds. Donald Trump had his daddy pay a doctor to say his Will feet hurt so he could dodge the draft.
Like, you're literally showing his best moments. Like, he had the opportunity to not go and kill a bunch of Vietnamese rice farmers and like nuke them into oblivion with napalm and Agent Orange. Like, I don't care. That was his coolest thing. That's the coolest dang thing he ever did.
Look at that gut, like a garbage bag full of buttermilk. He sells imaginary baseball cards pretending to be a cowboy fireman. I mean, look how he drinks water. Like a little pink chickadee. He's got jugs, big ones, like Dolly Parton. He cheats at golf. You know that little dance he does? He looks like he's jacking off a pair of giraffes.
It's not for you. Yeah, the problem is like none of this stuff matters. Okay? The reason why I hate Donald Trump is in spite of all this funny shit that he does. Except for the creeping on the girls and, beauty pageants or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I like this stuff. I think this stuff's funny. Yeah, the double dick suck dance move is hilarious. It's awesome. I guess this is lib reaffirmation. Like, they're not voting for Donald Trump anyway.
He's moody, he pouts, he throws tantrums.
No, get those lights off.
He acts like a 5-year-old behind the wheel of a truck.
This is I'm sorry. No, this is a pro-Trump ad, bro. What's next, dude? They're posting his highlights. These are some of his best, dude. I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding when I tell you this. Like, these are his W's, brother. These are some of the funniest things he did. Talk about all the misinformation. Like, for me, I'm very resilient to the harm reduction argument, right? I've heard it a million times over. I know it's unsuccessful in terms of drawing out people to, in terms of creating support. But there is one thing that I despise in my heart, in all my heart, beyond all the policies that are genuinely destructive for American society, genuinely destructive for the working class in the United States of America, all of the shit that he champions, right? Hating your neighbor, white nativist anti-immigrant sentiment, white supremacist sentiment in general, hyping up all the worst monsters. But the thing that I cannot stand, oh my God, the thing that I can't stand is that I am reminded, especially recently, because Trump is more prominent now and is like in the media more often, is his goddamn annoying fans, dude. Like, the worst, the absolute dumbest people, the dumbest idiots that you have ever encountered in your entire life that are just so angry, so entitled, so arrogant in their stupidity, constantly never shutting the fuck up, just yapping in your goddamn face about this shit that they objectively do not understand. Like, Like, yeah, brother, you don't understand, you libtard pussy. Yeah, it's weather machines that Jews control and invented that did the hurricanes. Like, the fuck are you talking about? And it's like, nothing. And I mean nothing makes me as mad as these dumbass yappers. I swear to God, other Americans must feel like me. Like, there is no way. There is no way. I think that is the best goddamn anti-Trump ad that you can run that is devoid of policy, because the Democrats have been completely captured by right-wing sentiment on all of their policy agenda items already. So if you want to remind people how bad it was when Donald Trump was president, just remind them what Thanksgiving looked like. Remind them what every day looked like. Everywhere you go, someone is yapping in your goddamn ear, just repeating the same donkey dick horse shit that he just made up every day. There is nothing. Like, on the policy agenda, he is so unimaginably destructive for America, okay? From tax cuts to the wealthy to deregulation that is so damaging to the environment. All of this stuff is god awful, okay? But holy dude, I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. Like, this is honestly what will activate the base. Okay? This will, I swear to God. There will be out there who are like, I can't stand this genocide. This is the Kamala cost. I'm not participating in this. Just remind them what the average Trump supporter looked like when this dipshit was the president. Okay? Like, I'm not even, it's a missed opportunity. And I think it was during the Haitians eat cats and dogs saga. Okay. I think it was during the Haitians eat cats and dogs saga that I was like reminded of what that shit looked like, dude. Oh my Lord. It was like, it was a week of people just like straight up looking at like random black people doing barbecues in their backyard and then being like, see, I found this creep shot of or Albanians. That was even funnier. They were like, oh, look at this group of Albanians doing a barbecue in their backyard. That must be black Haitian immigrants who are literally documented migrants, but I'm going to consider them undocumented. They're not even black, but it doesn't matter. I'm stupid. Okay? It's like, that's it. That's it. It's like the QAnon shit. I can't stand it. I can't stand it, dude. I can't stand having all of these goddamn animals in positions of power constantly just straight up lying about like things that you can see with your eyes directly that contradict everything that they're saying. It was Bosnians in the video, I think. Okay, I don't remember. It was some Balkans, but they weren't black, is my point. They're so goddamn annoying. They are so arrogant and they're so stupid. Like, most conflict that you have, most disagreements that you have with the average Trump supporter can be solved by teaching them how to read, okay? That is not normal. That is not normal. That is abnormal. That's not good, okay? That's not good. Like, literally, every single issue, I've never encountered something like this in my whole damn life. I deal with liberals on a daily fucking basis. They're entitled, they're arrogant, they're stupid, they're dumb all the time too. But goddamn, like, there is levels to this shit, okay? There's levels to this shit, dude. There is levels to this shit. You cannot have a situation, you cannot have a coherent, consistent, solid political movement that is singularly the dumbest movement of all time. Like, a movement that requires everyone to just refuse to know how to read, refuse to figure out what the is actually going on. Just like that diminishes any matter of like intellectual curiosity that a human being will have. An animal will smell food and be like, what's over there? Let me find out. Trump supporters go against that. It's weird. It's weird. The egregious denial of reality is worse than a goddamn animal. It's crazy. And I don't like Hasan is so anti-American unsubbing. Yeah, I know. If that's what being an American is, then yeah, I'm anti that for sure. I just don't. I absolutely despise what the Democratic Party is doing. And part of that is because they're letting these dipshits win. Okay? They're trying to win over these dipshits. They're trying to hug and kiss these dipshits. They're trying to be like, well, how many of those dickheads can we bring to our side? Okay? How many of these brain broken, delusional, monstrous pieces of shit can we actually pick away from the Trump base? Like, dude, they're gone, man. They're gone. Okay? Defeat them. Defeat them. Don't be like them. And in that defeat, if you find yourself turning into them, then that is not a victory at all. That is a defeat of a different kind. Okay? A far more damaging defeat, as a matter of fact. I think it was it Kat Kruger on Chapo that said something so brilliant. Like, she said, win or lose, or it might have been Will Menaker, but I think it was her, that she said, win or lose, Trump has won. Okay, he has changed, he has rewritten American politics in his vision. We are now living, or it was Chris Wade. Okay, I named everyone but the person who said it. Win or lose, post 2016, Donald Trump has rewritten America in his vision. We are now trying to make up our version of Trumpian politics on the Democratic Party side. And the Republicans are just Trumpian because Trump is there. Oh, imagine if someone says what you says about the left. Many far left sound as silly as far right. Great, dude. Tell me what you mean. We found one. We got him. Okay, we got one. I fished and someone took the bait, and now I'm reeling this in. Give me an example, dog. I want you to have health care. I want you to be able to go to college, okay? I don't want you to have medical debt. I want the goddamn potholes to be fixed on the goddamn roads. I want you to have better internet. I want you to have better infrastructure. I want you to be able to go to a meaningful job every goddamn day and know that you can retire at a reasonable age. I want you to be able to own a home. Now tell me which one of those you hate, okay? Which one of those do you hate? And how can you compare that? E.g., the earth ends in 10 tears. I'm more legit than you. I'm Dutch. What? Dog. I'm not kidding when I say Dutch engineering is probably going to cause this idiot to survive the climate holocaust. Okay? And that sucks. These have already literally built their infrastructure specifically against rising sea levels, and this idiot is benefiting from that while simultaneously being like, climate change, the world's going to end in 10 years. Oh, sure. That's a crazy statement. First of all, the world is not going to end in the next 10 years, you absolute donkey, okay? No one is saying that. They're saying anthropogenic, like you did it. You did the thing. You literally just did the thing. You did the thing that I was talking about. You said the scientific consensus on anthropogenic climate change is actually insane to say. That's crazy. That's a crazy. Do you not understand? You're doing the thing. Nah, bro, you paying him. Remember what I said when I began this conversation? I said so much of the right-wing issues are just directly stem from a misunderstanding, just a lack of knowledge, basic word comprehension. Okay? Some far left say it ends. No, they don't. No, they don't. At most, you heard one exaggeration and you literally lasered in on it. And then you are still saying, I believe in climate change, but it's not going to end. That's what I say. So frustrating. It's not even a political position. He's just debating science. Yeah, he's doing the cowardly thing. He's doing the cowardly thing where he's like, I believe in this, but I think you're wrong. Like, I believe in this, but I found like I'm more left than you. I just won't call far right idiots. Also, you're Dutch. Okay? Like, don't try to enter this conversation that I'm having about my goddamn neighbors being brain broken. Okay? Imagine being Dutch and being like, well, I'm a Dutch leftist, and your statements about MAGA is actually really fucked up. Remember what I used to tell the European chatters. Remember, European chatters will come in here and be like, oh, you're American, so stupid. What's up with that? And I told them, wait, you take for granted your social safety nets. Just wait till this kind of brain rot comes knocking down your door. And that's exactly what happened in Europe. And it happened already. It happened. It's happening every day. You got Reform in the UK. You got Maloney's dipshits in Italy, even though apparently she's based now in Israel, which is weird, but that's besides the point. You got the nationalists in France. You got the AfD in Germany. You have it. You have it in your backyard now. And you got Geert Wilders. He's not half Nazi. He's full Nazi. That's what I'm saying. You're f***ed. We haben ein big problem. Sit on the cuck chair and enjoy the show, dumbass. Yeah, I'm fluent in Dutch. Absolute Katastrophe. We have ein großes Problem. We have an serious problem. Hasan, why are you doing this today? No time for coverage, but endless time for this shit. What are you talking about, dude? I'm on my 7th hour of this broadcast. I'm about to end it in a little bit. And I spent the entire day interviewing journalists. And also on top of that, covering Yahya Sinwar. What do you mean? What do you want from me? The fuck do you want from me? 29-month subscriber? What else can I do? What else? We haben ein serious problem mit der Politik und we again. Anyway. Ay. Hasanabi popping off again. A massive amount of right-wing radicalization that has been occurring, especially in younger male spaces. Wait, did they upload this again? Damn, it's got 83,000 likes. When are you going to address the things that you said that I imagine? I know, it's half the shit. Vowels are different, but actually pretty good Dutch. Anyway, here's what Kamala Harris had to say about Yahya Sinwar.
Today, Israel confirmed that Yahya Sinwar, the leader of Hamas, is dead, and justice has been served.
As the California Attorney General of a border state, I prosecuted transnational gangs, and Hamas is perhaps the biggest transnational gang of all, shipping fentanyl over the U.S. border. She's like, oh no, I f***ed up my talking points. I meant something different. I meant I love my small businesses. My mother was a small business. And Yahya Sinwar is a small business owner. What the? Hello?
Your front door.
Wait, what the?
Please.
What? Okay. What the is going on? What? What the is happening, dude? Cutie Cinderella is outside and is demanding I open the door. What the is happening? What? Are you guys like streaming or what's going on? Maya and Cutie are here because apparently they needed to pee. UNAT can cover the death of Palestine resistance leader Yahya Sinwar. Yahya Sinwar is problematic. What are you saying? Oh, you mean you and Maya? Yeah, we're not going to do that. But I will be making some content with Maya. We just haven't been able to figure out exactly what we're going to do. Yahya Sinwar wants to support Maya.
And the United States, Israel, and the entire world are better off as a result. Sinwar was responsible for the killing of thousands of innocent people, including the victims of October 7 and hostages killed in Gaza. He had American blood on his hands. Today, I can only...
Yeah. We hate it when a foreign leader is responsible for American blood, unless it's Israel, in which case we will say that they were right and good and they should kill more Americans, actually. We'll even go so far to send American troops.
only hope that the families of the victims of Hamas feel a sense and measure of relief.
This is like the worst time to be on stream.
Sinwar was the mastermind of October 7, the deadliest day for the Jewish people since the Holocaust. A terrorist attack that killed 1,200 innocent people and included horrific sexual violence and more than 250 hostages taken into Gaza, including 7 Americans, living and deceased, who remain in captivity. A terrorist attack that triggered a devastating war in Gaza, a war that has led to unconscionable suffering of many innocent.
Yeah. He's the reason why Israel did a genocide, which we will not call a genocide. Just like, he was the reason. Hamas is the reason why Israel in 1948 did the Nakba, because they knew that Hamas was coming. They're time travelers.
Palestinians, and greater instability throughout the Middle East.
Any day now, they're just going to stop doing a genocide on the Palestinians now that Yahya Sinwar is dead.
In the past year, American special operations and intelligence personnel have worked closely with their Israeli counterparts to locate and track Sinwar and other Hamas leaders. And I commend their work. And I will say, to any terrorist who kills Americans, threatens the American people, or threatens our troops or our interests, know this: we will always bring you to justice. Israel has a right to defend itself, and the threat Hamas poses to Israel must be eliminated. Today, there is clear progress toward that goal. Hamas is decimated, and its leadership is eliminated. This moment gives us an opportunity to finally end the war in Gaza. And it must end.
Damn, she says she's going to personally kill Bibi. She's really looking for that Michigan vote. Her numbers must be looking really bad in Michigan. Trump up 30 in Michigan. Kamala Harris is like, we're doing it. We're doing the thing. Guys. I'm here to report that Maya said she had a great piss, first of all. Thumbs up. And secondly, we have to figure out what we're going to do in terms of like what the collaboration is going to look like. Ultrasound of Jason's baby. Eat more weird foods like you did with Savi. Yeah.
Such that Israel is secure, the hostages are released, the suffering in Gaza ends, and the Palestinian people can realize their right to dignity, security, freedom, and self-determination. And it is time for the day after to begin, without Hamas in power. We will not give...
Like anyone... anyone that acts like this is about Hamas and Hamas is not simply used as a justification for whatever actions Israel wants to take, death and destruction in Gaza, is the funniest simpleton of all time. Okay? Every single Palestinian is quote unquote Hamas, both literally and figuratively. Every single Palestinian that doesn't want to exist under a brutal Israeli apartheid occupation that is currently conducting genocide is technically Hamas in the sense that they are, exhibiting the worst qualities of Hamas, which is not wanting to live under Israeli sovereignty. That's the part that actually is frustrating to Israel. I'll give you an example. Okay? I'll give you an example. Saudi Arabia. It's not the Islamist fundamentalism that is a problem for Israel. Israel loves Saudi Arabia. So anyone that acts like this is an issue that revolves around like culture or anything like that is an idiot. The reason why Hassan Nasrallah was assassinated by the state of Israel was not because he was a homophobe. It was not because of the militant actions in Syria, like Hezbollah's military operations in Syria at the behest of Iran or whatever, right? It was none of those things. It was because he was the primary figure in Lebanon, leading Hezbollah as a as a force of resistance against Israeli violence. That's why they killed him. Okay? And the reason why a lot of these big bearded dudes are the only game left in town is because Israel killed all of the secular, all of the Marxists, all of the Western focused guys anyway, and still continues to do so. On the night of the Hassan Nasrallah assassination in Lebanon, Israel simultaneously assassinated leaders of the DFLP and PFLP, two groups that had nothing to do with Hezbollah. This is in Lebanon. Okay, these are Palestinians living in Lebanon that are a part of the Marxist groups, the Marxist parties in Palestine. They executed them in that same operation. Why? They weren't in charge of the Hezbollah missile strikes. I thought the operation was supposed to be limited to stopping Hezbollah's command structure to allow Israelis to go back to northern Israel. Why did they kill the PFLP and DFLP guys? Why did they kill Ghassan Kanafini years ago? Why have they so consistently destroyed every single Palestinian leadership? No matter whichever ideology they espouse, no matter whichever religious background that they come from. Why? It's because it has nothing to do with your worldview. It has nothing to do with your worldview or anything at all. It's just as long as you are someone who is existing under the brutal military occupation of Israel, as long as you are someone who wants to resist against Israeli violence, Israeli bloodshed, you are an enemy. As long as you don't sit back and die quietly. That's it. Kanafani, sorry.
Give up on these goals, and I will always work to create a future of peace, dignity, and security for all. I thank you all.
Is the U.S. asking Israel to end the war now, Madam Vice President? Will you be asking Israel to end the war?
Yeah, right. No. What is Trump's reaction?
What's your reaction to Sinwar's death? What's your reaction to Sinwar's death? Sinwar's death? The leader of Hamas, Sinwar?
My reaction is he's not a good person. That's my reaction. That's sometimes what happens.
You know what's really funny about this? Like, he doesn't even want to give this W to like the Biden or Kamala administration. That's why it's like one of those moments where he's like, it's great that it happened, but also he can't like lean into it too much because then that's like giving credit to his opponent.
What's your reaction?
Blue Jean Baby playing in the background. I'm just now finding out about this. You're now telling me this for the first time. Does she think this was her Bin Laden moment? No. I'm a McDonald's chef. Trump has no idea how difficult it is to be a French fry cook. Is this because he said he's going to work at a McDonald's and do the French fry? What can you say about Yahya Sinwar? He lived an amazing life. You're just now telling me I've just found out.